Yo, what's up, y'all? Stone Mando here. Appreciate y'all checking out the video today. And today I'm going to be taking a look at a Mcfarlane statue. And I have the Mcfarlane, I believe, 7-inch statue Spider-Man. And this is based off of issue, I think this is number 301, I think. Yep, issue number 301. The, this infamous image drawn by Todd McFarlane himself. Very well known for drawing Batman and obviously the McFarlane line. But this is a very awesome package in here. But this right here, this is badass, dude. And my wife actually picked this up for me. She bought this for me, so it makes it even more special. And she actually got it on sale. These are normally they have the $30 statues and then the $50 statues. She got this on sale for 40, so that was a pretty sweet deal, man. And he looks badass. My wife is also a big Spider-Man fan as well as myself. So we seen this, and it was a. I remember watching. I believe it was Chartemus Prime's review on these McFarlane statues, and I was like, man, I gotta pick up one of those. I think I'm gonna get Wolverine too, but the Iron Man and Captain America look cool, but I'm just not a huge Iron Man or Captain America fan. But Spider-Man and Wolverine, those are my boys, dude. Other than Hulk and Thor, but this is really cool, and I just wanted to do a little quick video on it. And it's not like it's much to talk about. It is a statue, but it does come with a really cool base, as you can see, some webs and stuff like that. And obviously, the statue of Spidey itself looks fantastic, man. So let me go ahead and crack this thing out the box, and we'll take. I'll show you a closer look, just to give this a real quick spin on the turntable here, so y'all can get a closer look at the box and what to look for in the stores. And I do believe this is the 7-inch statue, so it's $50. And I believe the other statues are like 4-inch statues, and they're like $30. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the bigger statue. I'll do my research and put a little description or something right there. But the packaging looks awesome, man. Obviously, McFarlane is a very well known artist in the comic community, as you know, as Marvel as well as DC. So this looks awesome, and obviously, this statue is the interpretation of, like I said, issue 301. That this is the one that Todd McFarlane drew when he was drawing for Marvel. For the glare here, but here is the comic book that comes with it. That's pretty cool. I haven't gotten something like this since I was little. I used to actually, from what I can remember, I got a Punisher and a Spider-Man. I believe it was the Hulk versus Spider-Man comic. I forget what issue, but there's the awesome art right here. I wouldn't think I should probably take it out the sleeve. That would help the glare, huh? I wouldn't. Come on, Stone, think a little bit. But anyways, this is a really cool addition to the statue, and I look forward to find some way to maybe display this or even just throw it in with my Star Wars books and my other X-Men comics and stuff. Then there's this cool backdrop of New York City. Let me get this little. It's pretty big, so it'll get a little out of frame. But look how cool that is. That's pretty neat. It's like a pretty decent thick cardboard. It's the backdrop for the actual packaging, but that looks pretty cool. I might even try to finesse the statue on here. That's actually what the back of the actual package looks like. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. I might try to fit this in somewhere on my shelf. So I actually got a little bit excited and got ahead of myself and started putting it together before I could show y'all. And you can see here this metal pipe that comes in with it. The blue piece plugs right into the back, and I like how that looks. They made it blue so it kind of blends in with Spidey's costume there. And you can plug it in about that far. It doesn't go in all the way. And then I was actually confused about this. I didn't know. So I was looking at his hand, and there's like a seam right here. So I didn't know if you could turn how his hand was shooting at. But then I was really confused as to what was going on with this webbing. I was like, there's no way it's supposed to be that off. And then I looked up a few pictures and everything, and I started to piece together what was happening. And I do believe that I actually had to look up another review real quick and just see what I was doing wrong. There's a little peg right here, if you can see that sticking out right here on the web. This one's pegged into the ground to the actual display base here, and this one there's a little spot on the pipe. I don't know if you can see this little hole right here on the back of this pipe. This little peg pops in there, so I'm gonna try to pull this all the way back around and plug that up in there. Boom, there it is. Oh yeah, that already looks better. I was looking at it, I was like, there's no way it's supposed to be sitting that crooked off the base. So that's probably more what it should look like as so. And that looks pretty damn epic, man. How about that? So there is a pretty good bit of paint on here, as you can see. The eyes are sculpted. Try to lift that up a little bit so y'all can see. But these eyes are sculpted on here. They look very good. All the webbing is very clean. Big, bright, white eyes. I like this look of Spider-Man. There's a little blemish of paint right here on the front, but that's no big deal. Try to get that focused in. Little blemish right here. The light's kind of shining on it. You can't really see it, but that's just me nitpicking. This looks badass, dude. Look at that. That's sick as hell, dude. Got some nice highlights blue on his thigh right here. Running right up along here. You can see that kind of lighter blue. You can see the webs where this plugs into the back of him. All the webs drooping off of here, dripping off. Yeah, this looks awesome, man. Now, I like the translucency of the web. It looks pretty cool. The sculpting is pretty neat. I like how it's kind of malleable, so it doesn't. You don't have to worry about it breaking off or anything like that. Obviously, you don't want to mess with it too much. It is a statue for that reason. But give this a quick spin. This looks phenomenal, dude. I think I'm probably going to pick up that Wolverine. Like I said, I'm not a big Captain America or Iron Man fan, but that Wolverine is pretty badass looking. And I believe it is his brown and yellow or brown and orange costume, the Secret Wars costume. And I like the little display base. It's pretty cool. There's not a whole lot to it, but it's something. It looks good. Got this nice, amazing Spider-Man decal here on the front. That looks awesome as well. Like I said, the webs are very clean, running all throughout. Also, something else I forgot to mention earlier is this old school, like the wing webs underneath his armpits. That was one of my favorite parts of his older costume, especially which one is it? The Scarlet Spider, I think. I might be wrong about that. It's been a long time, but yeah, I've found my not newfound love. I've always loved Spider-Man, but like I said earlier, my wife's a big, always been a Spider-Man fan ever since we were in high school sweethearts. But yeah, Spider-Man is just one of those underrated heroes, man, and he's probably the most relatable hero of all time. You know, I just really feel for Peter, and he's a common human. He's a human dealing with human problems, and then he's got to go on and like defend the fucking world. So it's just he really is one of the most relatable superhero of all time, man. But going back to the statue itself, it looks great, man. Like I said, I plan on picking up Wolverine. Even Iron Man and Captain America, they look great, man. They got this kind of cell shading on those. They look a little more cartoony out of the comic book. And I was gonna wait for this to turn around. There's actually some more light blue highlight shading right here along this thigh too. So that's pretty cool, man. This is an awesome looking statue. There's not really much to go over. It's not like it's articulated or like a figure or anything, but the sculpt is there. The base is a little plain, I'll say that, but it's better than nothing at all. Do have the three little pipes coming up, and like I said, the Amazing Spider-Man decal. But the statue itself it's phenomenal, man. It looks great. And like I said, the webs, this kind of like transparency they got going on is it's pretty cool. I like it, man. And I'm very thankful that my best friend, my wife, picked it up for me. She surprised it with me, and she texted me and said, "Oh, they got the last one," because we were actually there a few days ahead of time, running errands, getting cat food or whatever, and we seen it. I was like, "Oh, my funds were a little low that day," and so were hers. Or she would have bought it from me. I would have bought it, and I was like, "Damn, if it's still here next time, I'm that's coming home with me." And sure enough, she texted me at lunch, and she always runs to Target on her lunch, and she was like, "Well, it's gone." Da, 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 da. Pulling my leg, and then lo and behold, like an hour later, she's like, "Okay, I got it for you. There was one more left," and she surprised me with it, and I was very thankful. And she got it on sale for $40. That made me happy too, because these do retail for 50. And I also, like I said, I did a little bit of research to make sure that I was putting this together right because it looked a little sideways and wonky. But this is actually the 1/6 scale, so I thought that was pretty interesting, man. But honestly, I wouldn't mind picking up a couple more of these. This looks fantastic, and just this is definitely gonna have a lot of shelf presence. I got a couple Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures that I might try to I might try to use this as the centerpiece and like put my Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures around it or whatever. And here's my little Spidey section I have going at the moment. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot of Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures. I started this year on call it the Marvel Legends, and most of my focus was actually on the X-Men. So, but I have started to get some Spider-Man, and these two are actually knockoffs from AliExpress, and very decent knockoffs too. Very impressed with these. And funny thing enough is Tom McFarlane was actually the co-creator for Venom. He's a big reason why we have Venom in the comics. When he was drawing Venom and co-made the idea of the character, he just thought Venom would be like an alien, but later on they ended up putting it in like as a guy in a costume, the symbiote thing. You know how it goes. But this looks fantastic, dude. This cardboard backdrop looks sick as fuck. Got the symbiote Spider-Man right here. Love this figure. Got the Tom Holland Spider-Man, the Iron Spider suit from Tony Stark. And then right back here is the Hobgoblin. So really like how that's looking. I have a lot more Spider-Man figures to go, but I'm pretty pleased with how this is turning out, man. But very thankful for my wife. I love her very much. She's always getting me cool shit and supporting my hobby and passion. And yeah, I recommend if you see this, man, pick it up. Pick it up, dude. Especially or even if you see Captain America or Iron Man. If you're a Captain America Iron Man fan, like those statues do look incredible. There's a lot of paint on them, and the sculpt itself looks fantastic. But I'm just not huge on either one of those. They're cool, you know. They hold their place in Marvel. They all have their place, but man, I seen Spidey and I was just like, dude, I have to have this thing. And like it's based on one of the most classic comic book covers ever. I'm pretty sure every kid has seen this image of Spider-Man, man. It's probably Spider-Man, man. But this is probably like one of Todd's most famous drawings, at least in my opinion. I'm no huge comic uh, aficionado or comic genius, but I did have a couple growing up. But yeah, man, this let me not ramble on anymore. This thing looks fantastic. Like I said, not a lot to go over. Paint looks great, sculpt looks great. The base that it comes on is very cool. It feels pretty sturdy. And like I said, it's just gonna have a lot of shelf presence when I finally get it fitted into my display. But I appreciate y'all checking out this review today. I hope you enjoyed it. Pick this thing up if you like it, and leave me a like and subscribe if you enjoyed my review. I do. You couldn't tell by my name. I do mostly Star Wars content. Star Wars: The Black Series is my bread and butter, but I do collect Marvel Legends and a couple of NECA figures. Just any line or toys that I think are cool and that I'm passionate about. And be on the lookout for this here. I'm gonna be doing a review on that very soon, Mandalorian Street Cock. But I appreciate you all tuning in. Leave me a like and subscribe. I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this.